What's good, YouTube? Nova here.
And Quasar.
And we're the Chronomaly Kings. Alright, so for this video, we're going to be talking about the new trap card, Heavy Dust Storm. So obviously this is the picture. It's got a cow in it because it's shit. I mean, well, I'm just kidding. So basically, it's a new just regular normal trap card. That's basically, its effects read that you cannot conduct your battle phase during the turn you activate this card. Target up to 2 spell and trap cards on the field, destroy those targets. So essentially, this new card is just a new Twin Twister.
Yeah, so Twin Twister is a quick play spell, so you can sort of use it as a trap card as well, where you'd have to discard a card in order to target up to 2 spell and traps on the field and destroy them. But with that, you can just activate it straight out of hand, or you can set it, and then, like, your opponent's turn, similarly, you could pop 2 cards. Where this, since it's a trap card, you would have to set it, and then, of course, like, if your opponent just sets some back row on their turn, activate this card, because you don't get a battle phase during your opponent's turn anyway, so there's literally no down cost. And then you still get to pop the 2 cards on the field. The only thing is, yeah, it's a trap, so you can't just activate it right away on your turn. So, I don't know, we were kind of having a debate on whether this card's good or shit.
I think it's shit.
I still think it's really good. Like, it has literally no downside if you use it on your opponent's turn.
It has no downside on your opponent's turn. But going second, you can't use this card. And, like, getting your plays out is such a big deal that I feel like if your deck is very vulnerable to going second, you would be playing. I don't think you'd play Heavy Storm or Heavy Dust Storm. If your plays are not as reliant on going first or second, it doesn't matter to you, then you can play this one. But right now, I feel like as the artifacts are running around, this trap is probably better than Twin Twister. But once they get hit, or if people stop playing the artifact engine, I really feel like this card won't see as much play.
I also think this card's gonna be stupid dirty in Paleozoics. Like, you can just set this, and then your opponent's turn, pop the 2 cards, and then you can chain your Paleozoics off of it. So, like, if you hit, like, a Solemn Warning or something, they aren't gonna be chaining that.
Like, Paleozoics obviously would use this. Obviously, it's going to be good in Paleozoics because it's a trap card version of Twin Twister, which means they can actually chain something to it. Mm-hmm. But, like, unlike that, other than that, I feel like until the artifacts go out, this card will see a lot of play. But once they do fall out, I don't feel like this trap will see as much play. Because essentially, like, once the Sanctums, like, right now, the only reason you wouldn't play Twin Twister or play it on your opponent's turn is because the artifacts are out there. Yeah, because a lot of decks play it. But once you have Twin Twister, the discard is almost not even really relevant because it's essentially it's activating 2 MSTs for 2 cards. So it's like activating 2 MSTs in a row where you can only have to see one of it.
Yeah, I know. This way you technically don't go minus the 1 card. But I know in certain decks, yeah, like some cards you actually might even want to discard. But I know, I still really like this card, just the fact that, like, yeah, artifacts are the main thing. If you pop artifacts during the opponent's turn, then the artifacts don't get their effects. So that part's brilliant. And then the fact that, yeah, you already don't get a battle phase during your opponent's turn, that deteriorates the whole downside of this card.
Yeah, but what happens if on the opponent's first turn they don't set any back row and you have this set, right?
I would still set it for the time that they do. And then if they do end up setting 2 cards during their turn,
what if somehow
you can chain this to their set, and then it's
what
like
if somehow
they just wasted 2 cards?
What if somehow you have to activate this on your turn? You lose the battle phase.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you have to activate it on your turn, then yeah, it's just something you'd have to give up. But I feel it's still better off setting it, waiting for your opponent to set cards, and then just running them out of 2 cards on their turn. And they can't chain the traps that they set too.
I don't know. I mean, this card I feel is only really something good going first. I feel that's really this card's benefit, is it going first. right now, the benefit of this card is going first. If you have this card, it's really good. As long as the same way with the artifacts being there, this card is really good because of those two things. But I really feel like, other than those two things, this card is kind of lackluster. It's not that great.
But anyways, we did this video because we want to know what you guys think of this new card. Do you think you're going to be replacing like your MSTs or Twin Twisters for this card? Or do you guys also think it's shit and you're going to scrap this card and stick with like your Twin Twisters and MSTs? So let us know in the comment section below.
Honestly, I think Cosmic Cyclone is still better than this card. Alright, see you guys later.